Welcome back, Leggari Nation. In this video, Tyler's going to show you how you can use epoxy to give your existing surfaces a fresh new look. We used some bold and bright colors for this board, but we have over 20 colors to choose from on our website. Check the description below to get links to all the products we used. Now let's get started.
All right guys, we're gonna be using bright yellow and turquoise on this board. Pretty vibrant colors. Obviously it's not for everyone, but it's gonna look cool. And I'm gonna be doing it with the squeegee technique. This is very simple. We're gonna do 50% bright yellow, 50% turquoise, dump out random piles everywhere, blend it real quick. Might add some spray paint, might add some Leggari effects, who knows? Let's see what happens. All right, so since I've already got this mixed, I can let the drill drip on the board. I know that's gonna wind up getting hard. So what I'm gonna do, easiest way to mix 2, 3, 4 colors is mix the amount of resin you need and then pour that into containers for each color instead of trying to measure out for each color. It's just way faster. You just don't want this stuff sitting in a bucket longer than it needs to. And we made 64, so we need about 32 ounces each. So now we're gonna have the same amount of each color, and you can do, 80%, 20% of a color, doesn't matter. We're just gonna do 50-50 on this one. That bright yellow. All right, then I'll mix the yellow because it's lighter first, and then I'll mix the blue. Always mix your lighter colors first. So again, I'm just gonna dump out random piles, puddles, whatever you want, blend it. Simple Bondo squeegee, you can use whatever you want. A piece of cardboard, just anything flat, your hands, doesn't really matter. This is a very simple technique and we're gonna get right to it. All right, so I'll save a little in there just in case I want to add some color somewhere. Now all we're going to do is just go random directions and just kind of get this to cover. All right guys, now that I got the whole board coated, we want to make sure we don't have any mist spots, any surface tension. What I'm going to do is I'm going to create some big old cells using spray paint. All right, so we're going to use espresso, Rust-Oleum, and what I'm going to do is just do a fine mist, and then I'm going to spritz it with isopropyl, and that'll push out that spray paint and create those nice big chunky cells. We're gonna get some of this isopropyl and just do bigger drops. Just like so, guys, that's simple. This is pretty exotic, obviously. When you guys are trying to get this look and you don't want it to drag or flow your pattern, right? Sometimes you'll do it and your pattern will flow. Wait about 20 minutes for that resin to level out and then ghost it with the spray paint and do the drips. I did it right after, so we might get quite a bit of movement in this. Hopefully they got my board level for me. But yeah, make sure your boards are level and then wait about 20 minutes for that resin to level out and get completely flat, and then do your ghosting with that spray paint. So last thing we got to do is just rub in our edges, make sure we get our edges all coated, and then if you want, you can always mist denatured alcohol on the surface. That'll kind of get it to fizzle and make it lay out glass smooth. So I'm going to mist it right now, and then I'm going to rub in my edges, and then we'll show you guys this thing tomorrow. All right guys, a few little tips for you. If you want your cells to stay in place, let the resin level out for about a half an hour so it stops moving, and then ghost your spray paint. That's gonna keep your cells from kind of dragging and moving if you let that resin kind of level out for about 30 minutes. Another thing is when you're doing your ghosting, make sure you're spritzing it with the isopropyl alcohol right after you spray it. So don't try to spray your whole board and then go back and spritz it. You're not gonna get those cool crater looking cells. They'll be kind of more muted. So spray a little section, spritz it, spray a little section, spritz it. And then if you want bigger cells, obviously just bigger drops will create those bigger cells.